Hey guys, how you doing? This is Kirk from Quick Draw Mods, and I just wanted to highlight another special controller that we've done. This is a standard black controller, but we've done quite a few things to it. First off, this is going to have our newest Octo rapid fire chip. Octo has not even been listed on the website yet, and I don't have it listed on any of my other auction or selling sites. So this chip is currently unreleased, but it will be released to you guys very, very shortly. This is just basically the one that I game with, but I wanted to do a whole bunch of enhancements to it based on a customer request, and he's actually going to get the first one once I go public with it. But anyway, it kind of looks just like a normal black controller, but we put in the special edition flat thumbsticks. We also put in a smoke bottom mic plate, smoke triggers, and smoke bumpers. Well, that's really not that great. I mean, a lot of other people have done stuff like that. So let me turn off the lights and show you why this one's quite cool. Be nice if I actually put batteries in the controller, wouldn't it, guys? Okay. As you can see, the smoke clear triggers and bumpers have accented green LEDs. And the bottom mic plate also has green LEDs. That's what happens when you mess around in the dark. Anyway, this is what it looks like with the lights on. These aren't the brightest LEDs that I have, but this, like I said, this was just a customer request that was kind of experimental. So, and even with the lights on, I mean, I've got shop light fluorescence here, and you can see it's just as bright as the standard green LEDs that come in the controller. I think it looks really good. Again, these green LEDs is not something we usually do. We've never really done them before. The reason we never done them for any customers is because they really do take a lot of time, and we get a lot of requests for specialty orders. So I really don't have the time to be putting in this many lights, and one of my other techs doesn't really have the time either. He doesn't really have that much time to help me out either. So when I do get the help that I need, it's all about getting as many customer controllers out the door as possible. But this is something I'm going to start doing by special request. I might put up some light kit packages on the website. I might not. But definitely email me, call me, whatever you guys need to do to get a hold of me, and I will be glad to take custom requests for it. I'll probably do light kit packages like this one, starting for around $20. I'm going to be getting some. I don't even have any LEDs in stock. I just happen to have these left over. These green LEDs are actually from an Xbox One controller that I did back before Quick Draw Mods was even around. And these were just a bunch of green LEDs that I stuck in a halo green crystal shell on the Xbox One to light up that controller for a special project that I was doing for myself back then. But I happened to see these laying around, and the customer asked me, hey, can you do light up, bottom trim and bumpers? And I said, I could do it, but we really don't have the time to. It's a very messy process. They don't sell kits for it yet. I really wish a company would just come out with something that, you know, kind of screwed to the cover, or, you know, somehow fit neatly inside the shell, and just had like 1 or 2 wires that connected to the board so that we could light everything up. But I'm sure you guys can do, you know, Google search on your own and see that those that are doing stuff like this, they're doing it the same as me or anybody else. It's just LEDs and wire and resistors, and you know, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of soldering, but the end result really does look quite unique. I think this controller came out really well. I really do like the accented lighting on the bumpers and the triggers. And there are third-party shells out there that have light-up bumpers, triggers, ABXY buttons. I can actually show you one of them. Give me 1 second and I'll give you a demonstration of what one looks like. I only carry chrome shells that are third party. Quick Draw Mods specializes in official Xbox 360 controller shells. We carry pretty much every model that's out there, but I do carry a lot of third party shells as well, especially in colors, matte finishes, stuff like that. But I just wanted to give you guys an idea of, you know, the difference. Okay. I'm sure you guys have all heard of a company called XEM. XEM makes a third-party shell. Looks like this. It's got the all the light up buttons, and I believe, does this one have the, yep, has light up bumpers as well. You can see the little areas where the bumpers light up as well. It does not have trigger lights, and then of course this connector here, see if I can get it to focus. There we go. I'm sure you guys can see this connector right here attaches for light up thumbsticks. Now my Painkiller Carbon's got its own built-in light up thumbsticks. We can use those and leave these out, or we can use these and leave the ones out of the Carbon. That's up to you. And of course this will work with any mod, so if you guys want light up thumbsticks for our Painkiller Multi or our Pro or anything like that, we can do light up thumbsticks. This happens to be a chrome shell that has blue light up triggers, bumpers and buttons and thumbsticks. Pretty neat. And of course I could do all the same light up effects that I did on this controller on a circuit board and put it in a controller like this, change out the mic plate. So I could basically do some trim lighting on the mic plate for you guys. I mean, this one's already got all the lights up top here. I could probably add lights for the triggers as well, just like I did on this controller. So I could do a full light up solution on this shell as well. This shell actually does it, you know, for you in this area with this circuit board, you know, for the buttons, the ABXY, which this one doesn't have. The one thing I will not do is drill out these ABXY buttons and put lights in them. I've done it. They come out really nice. They look really nice. The only problem is it's a wiring nightmare. If you ever have to open your controller up, I mean, if a customer ever opened their controller up to switch out a mic plate or a D-pad or something, or even just to change their thumbsticks, if the thumbsticks get worn and they want to change them out, those buttons, they're impossible to get back in the way that you have to do it. You basically need to once you wire everything up, you kind of have to put the buttons on the circuit board, and you have to kind of put the circuit board in backwards, and then put the buttons on top, and route all the wires out, and kind of glue them, and then, solder them in. And then when you put the whole thing back together, just kind of pray that it doesn't fall apart. It really is a disgustingly ridiculous nightmare when you try to do it yourself. Again, if you get it, and you get it to, work perfectly, it looks amazing. But I prefer a kit like this where the board is built in and it lights up the ABXYs for you. The other problem that I found out with drilling the ABXY buttons to light them up is the sensitivity of the button. I mean, we all know that when you push, even slightly on the ABXY buttons, not that there really is much gameplay that's built for it these days, but there is pressure sensitivity on the button, and I find that once you drill them out and you've got the wires and stuff, they're either super sensitive. So like if you're going, you're just kind of jamming on the button and you happen to just rub the B button, or you're one of those gamers that you're using your thumb and you got a big thumb like me, and you happen to accidentally kind of push, or your finger kind of overlaps on one of the other buttons, either the X button or the B button. They can become very oversensitive because of the lights in them, and they end up activating them. So that's another reason why I don't do it. You get a lot of sensitivity complaints from some people, and sometimes if they're drilled too deep and the light is in there, you actually have to push hard on the button to get it to work. So unlike a standard button, your standard button, I mean, it's made to push down on that pad exactly how it's supposed to and give you the proper button press. Now, obviously, you spill something on your controller, whatever, these things can get sticky, or if the pad that is in your controller after a few years, these magnetic strips, I mean, you can kind of see in here, you see the lines going across those magnetic strips? They could start to wear and they don't make that connection. And when that happens, it gets harder to push on the button, get the button to activate. So, if over time it either works so well or too well, oversensitive, or it starts to just not work at all. And that's another reason why I don't do the ABXY drill out thing. It's just not my thing. It's too time consuming, and it never comes out right. It's like a 1 in every 20 controllers that you can drill out the buttons, get them in the controller, and they're exactly the proper sensitivity as a regular button. Like I said, everybody else either complains they're too sensitive or you have to push too hard. I mean, I'm sure we've all had those controllers where you click on the bumper and it doesn't click, or it does click and it just doesn't register. And next thing you know, you're like mashing down on the button to try to get that bumper to work. And in another video, I'm actually going to show you how to fix that. It's pretty simple to fix those, and that's, of course, if the button works. I mean, if you can really press hard on that button and it does register, the button works, there's a way to fix it. But I've actually seen bumpers and thumbstick clicks not work properly, where they just go out completely. Those, you can fix them if you actually replace the button, but it requires a lot of soldering. You need a hot air workstation, and it just can become very time-consuming and a very frustrating process. But things do happen in terms of wear and tear, so. Anyway, I hope you guys, I kind of rambled on and went on into other things that I really wasn't meaning to talk about, but I hope you guys enjoyed looking at this controller here. This is the first Octofire rapid fire controller from Quick Draw Mods, and it will be on sale, I guess, within the next week or so. I'm actually just waiting for our website and graphics designers to finish the logos and all the press, press stuff, the bullet points on how the mod works. And of course, I'm going to need to do a video on how the mod works and, basically show you guys how to turn the mod on. There'll be a quick off, quick on. We'll have all sorts of features. I'll have a quick run built into the left trigger. This Octofire will also have Gears of War active reload built into it. Of course, there will be drop shot, there will be jump shot, there will be sniper's breath, there will be jitter, there will be standard rapid fire, there will be quick scoping, there will be quick fire. What else? Wow, there's just so many modes. There's about 70 plus modes, and there'll be some cool shortcuts. It's not going to be one of those mods where you have to click the button 60 times to get to mode 60. You'll only have to push like one button combination. It'll be like left trigger, right trigger, B, and then you click sync once, and it takes you to like mode 40. And you can just hold those 3 buttons and click it 3 times. It takes you to mode 43. So that's what Octofire is going to be all about. It's going to have all sorts of great new modes on it, and it's going to be really simple to access everything. You'll be able to set your own speed. Like I said, there will be active reload on it. There'll be fast reload for those that are still playing Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2, which there's a huge number of you guys out there. I get messages, emails, Facebook's requests for these games, multiple times a day, 10, 15, 20 times a day. So I know you guys are still playing them, and we're still building them for you. I know that the community out there, especially with like all the map mods and stuff like that, there's a huge underground of you guys out there still playing multiplayer and trying to get your 10th prestige and 15th prestige and whatever else is out there on these games. I know you guys are going crazy for it. So we're going to give you another mod. The Octofire is going to kind of fall in between the Painkiller Pro and the Painkiller Carbon. And I'm sure you guys are probably wondering why we're not going to call it Painkiller whatever. I feel that we kind of burned the Painkiller name out. It was a great technology. It's still a great technology. We're going to continue to sell the Light, the Multi, and the Pro, and the Carbon. And those are our 4 main flagship brands. It is a great rapid-fire solution. I just feel that Pro was very comprehensive. There was 26 modes, the 21 plus the 5 Pros, and I should say 95% of you guys loved it. I had about 5% of people that just didn't like the setup for it. Those 5% are the ones that preferred the layout of Carbon with, the select your own, your favorite 6 modes and pick out which ones you want instead of actually having access to all 26 modes at once. You could pick your favorite 6 out of 26, and of course they were, if you guys watch the video, they're reprogrammable on the fly. So even if you're in your last mode and you're like, you know what, right in the middle of the game, I need to switch over to a Akimbo Rapid Fire, it was so easy. You just held down the programming button and the Akimbo button, and if you knew what the mode was, mode 3 on Akimbo, you let it blink 3 times, it was 3 seconds and you reprogrammed it. I thought it was great. A lot of other people thought it was great as well. And Carbon is technically the flagship product that we carry. It has everything that Pro has with the set your own order for rapid fire. And that was a really great solution. But Octofire, it was kind of just something I was tinkering around with. And we decided that there are all these modes or variations to what we already have. For example, drop shot on the Painkiller Pro or the Multi or the Light has an auto stand-up feature, and everybody loved that. You did your drop shot, you let go, whether you did a single bullet or you held it down, and you were doing rapid fire while dropping, you let the button go, you popped right back up, or if you ran, you hit the button again, you did another drop shot. You let it go, got back up. With Carbon, we did something a little different. We did a drop shot, but there was no auto get up feature. If you wanted to get up, you had to press the prone button again to get up. But we added a left trigger aim disable, so if you were aiming down sight and you pressed the fire button, you didn't drop. So, and we also had non-aim disable. We did both, so you didn't have to fall if you didn't want to. If you needed to stay up, but you didn't want to turn the mod off, you just used the aim disable, and that was that. Well, like I said, there's so many variations of what you can do. There's, aim disable jitter, non-aim disable jitter. We didn't do any of that with Pro or Carbon. We just threw you a jitter, and actually there's 3 modes of jitter on the Carbon, one with aim disable, and then on the Pro there was no aim disable. It was just 2 jitter modes, one for Black Ops, one for Modern Warfare 2, optimized. And with Octofire, there are just so many more combinations. There's aim disable, non-aim disable. There's jitter with fast reload. There's jitter without fast reload. There were all these things all these possible combinations that we just didn't want to build into a single mod. And I started getting requests for, well, can you do this? Can you do this? Another example was jitter. We did a standard YY jitter. A lot of people were like, well, I would like an XYY jitter or XYX. I forget what the exact combination was, but it was YYX. That was it. YYX jitter. And we didn't ever do anything like that. But there are people out there that are like, yo, you have to have the XYY jitter for the Striker and MW2. And I'm like, okay. So we programmed it, and I wasn't going to go back in and re-beta test Carbon and Pro and all these other ones just to add a different type of jitter to it. So we just kind of stuck these modes on the side and compiled them, and eventually we had a folder full of rapid-fire modes. And I was like, wow, there are just so many possible combinations. So we figured out a new type of system, and we came up with this 70-plus mode Octofire. And like I said, it kind of falls. It's as good as Pro. It's got a lot of the features that Carbon has, but it doesn't have the select your own features that Carbon has. So it's a lot more comprehensive. And I don't want to scare anybody. I mean, I know that the more complicated the product, the more people tend to be like, well, I'd rather stick with something that's a little bit easier, or they want to go elsewhere. I don't want to scare anybody, but there is a lot of information on this mod. There is so much information that I don't even know it all off the top of my head. And when I finally do a video for it, don't blame me if you kind of see my little paper sticking in the corner that's, kind of my little cheat sheet while I do the video for you guys. So I will get it done. I'm going to try to get it done this week. The only problem is my camera that I usually do videos with is no longer working. So I can't use it for the tripod anymore. So this is technically my Samsung Galaxy class phone, which has great 1080p video recording. So I'm doing the videos with this, and I don't have a tripod for my phone. And I really don't feel like spending $20-something for a tripod, for a phone. I kind of find it a little ridiculous. So we're gonna probably upgrade to a new camera, and once I get a camera that actually sits back on the tripod, we'll get some more videos for you. So I just wanted to kind of share this controller and share the news and information of everything else that we've got on the horizon. Like I said, Octofire is it's here, it's ready to go. I don't have any price points on it yet, but I can tell you it will be, again, like I said, it's in between Pro and Carbon. It'll probably be more towards the Carbon pricing, so it'll probably start at around $110 installed in a standard black controller. It'll go up, depending, if you want an MW3 controller or Gears of War controller or any type of special edition silver or something like that. The pricing will be slightly more, $120, $130. But again, we're going to try to stay competitive. There are a lot of other companies out there that are charging $150, $200 a controller, and I kind of find that a little ridiculous. I mean, even this controller shell right here, this chrome shell with light-up buttons, I can actually price these with any of my top-end mods, my Pro, my Octofire, my Carbon, whatever it may be, in one of these for the price of pretty much a black controller, because we've invested a lot into getting all the best third-party brands that we can, and we're not buying them off eBay at $20 a pop, just to have these in stock, and then marking our, $100 controller up to $120 because you bought a chrome case. We're going to do our best to get you the best pricing we can on third-party accessories, and I don't even care as long as you guys are happy with what you got. The price difference will be what the shell cost us, because we want you to have the best rapid fire technology, and that's where it is for us. We want to make sure that you guys get the best rapid fire, the best play experience that you can in your controller. We also want to make sure that you get the look and feel of your controller, like this guy, that his vision was this, and I still haven't even showed him. I'll probably point him to this video just to say, hey, look, this is what your controller is going to look like, and hopefully he'll be happy with it. But yeah, so like I said, I'd rather you guys feel happy and you're excited to have something that's unique and tailored to your needs, and that's why I carry so many different solutions of shells and stuff like that. And again, price point differences, again, they're going to be very minimal. I just want you guys to be able to pick the brand of rapid fire that you want. So you'll be able to get that look and feel, but you'll have the confidence to know that you've got the arsenal of rapid fire technology that you need. And speaking of being confident about your rapid fire technology, there is something else that's on the horizon, and it's literally about a week or two away. I know it's August. It's the summertime. A lot of you guys probably ramping up for the fourth quarter. September, October, it kind of starts. Really doesn't hit till October, November. I know we got like Halo 4 coming out, right? I think it's Halo 4. Yep. And we got like Black Ops 2 and so many other games coming out this holiday. Anyway, we want you guys to be able to also feel confident about displaying where you got your rapid fire, where you got your unique look, your controller. So we're going to actually be selling a very affordable rapid fire t-shirt, Quick Draw Mods branded t-shirt, and when you guys see it, you're going to love it. It's everything first person shooter, and very little. I mean, granted, the Quick Draw Mods logo is in there because it is our special edition shirt, but it really has so many other messages built into it. Our graphics guy, really talented guy, he came up with some great concepts. This is the first one. It's going to be one color, white on black, or black on white. So it's only going to be a one color shirt. So you want a white t-shirt, it'll be black logo and lettering. If you want a black t-shirt, it'll be white logo and lettering. And it's going to look fantastic. I will actually put them up on the site. I don't know exactly what the pricing is, but I could tell you now, they're going to be no more than flea market, $9.99, $12.99 max. I already told my printer guy, if you can't make me the shirts with my logo in small, medium, large, extra large. Actually, I don't even think I'm going to do small. I'm probably just going to do medium, large, and extra large. Maybe 2XL for a couple of the other guys out there. I know that there's a couple of you big daddies out there that need the double XL, and I don't. And you know what? We might do some small as well. So anyway, I told my printer guy, if we can't get all the sizes and stuff we need, and keep the shirts under $12, $13 max, then I don't want them. And like I said, I'm looking for a sweet spot price point of about $9.99. And the cool thing is, I'm probably going to do a coupon code for free t-shirts with certain controller orders. I know that definitely the Carbon and the Octofire are going to have free t-shirts when you order a special edition Octofire or a special edition Painkiller Carbon. I might even do a certain price point, like once you reach a certain price in the build of your custom controller. So if you're doing like a custom pro or a custom multi or even a custom light, and you decide to go all out with, gold buttons and, different mic plate, and say you do go with the light up kit, that I'm going to be doing these light up kits for, like I said, about $20 each, and, you decide to go with, bullet buttons, and that's another thing. We're going to have bullet buttons here in 2 days. I carried them back in the day. I didn't like the way they really worked, and all of a sudden I'm getting all sorts of requests for them, and this company that I found that makes bullet buttons, they really, really have upped their quality compared to the original ones. So I will have bullet buttons. They'll be silver and brass. I'll have those in stock the next 2 to 3 days, I think, so I'll have them back up on the website, and I'll offer them on my eBay auctions as well. But anyway, like I said, once you hit a certain price point in your custom build, I'll probably give the t-shirt away at that point. And of course, for any of you guys that, once you see it, I think you're gonna want one of these. The design is just really, really smart, and I really think it pulls off a really modern look. I know that there's a lot of you guys out there, whether you're into like rock t-shirts or you're into those kind of like, and pardon the expression, but like those Jersey Shore looking, I guess it's like, not Abercrombie and Fitch, like Marnie Express, or like the Associated, or I forget what the name of I'm not into any of that stuff, but like all those like graphic designer tees, it's going to be along those lines. It's going to be very graphic designer-like, but it's going to be gaming-themed, first-person shooter, rapid-fire, termination of your enemy type theme t-shirt. And I really think you guys are going to like them. So I'll actually have them, I'll have a picture of them posted in the next couple of days. And like I said, once I get them back from the screen printer, well, actually, once I get a price from the screen printer and we get them all done, it should be another week or so, 2 weeks tops. We'll have them out hopefully by the end of the month. And I'll probably do, like I said, I know I'll be giving them away with the launch of Octo, and I'll be giving them away with the Painkiller Carbons. Again, price on the builds for other controllers, we'll probably do a coupon code. And again, for you guys that just want to pick up a t-shirt, whether you like our rapid fire, you don't like our rapid fire technology, and you just think that the style of the shirt is cool, then, we'll have it up there for you guys. So I hope you guys like what we're going to come up with. We've got a lot of things on the horizon between now and the holiday season. I really want to ramp it up. I'm going to be doing all sorts of light kits, thumbstick light kits. We're going to have the Halo, I believe it's Halo 4, right, guys? Halo 4? Halo 4 Special Edition controllers. There's 2 styles, one that comes with the system, one that you'll be able to buy in stores. We've already got our order in for the accessory ones, the ones that you can buy standalone. We've got an order in for like 150 or 200 of them on launch day. I don't remember the exact number. But I'm also going to be picking up 10 of the Halo 4 systems. And we're going to, I believe 2 controllers come with each system. So that'll be 20 of those. And we're probably going to, until they're sold out. Obviously, I'm going to have to figure out a way to get rid of the systems because I don't need 20 Halo 4 systems. But we'll probably eBay them or something like that just to get rid of them. Even if we just break even on them, that's all I care about. I just want to give you guys the ability to pick up a cool controller. And of course, any of you guys who do pick up the Halo 4 Special Edition systems and you want to do a mail-in mod, we're going to be having coupon specials now through the end of the year. And of course, you don't know where the coupon codes are, or you don't get our Twitter feed, or you don't get our you're not on our Facebook page, whatever it may be. Just send me an email. Kirk@quickdrawmods.com or sales@quickdrawmods.com. Give us a call. All our contact information is right on our webpage. Feel free to just, give us a call and say, hey, what specials you guys got going this week? Or give me a call and say, hey, listen, this is what I'm looking at on your website, and, this is what I'm thinking about getting, or can you do this, this, and this? And give me a price. And I'll be more than glad to let you know, what I can do for you. I've got so many different options available. I want you guys to be happy. I code the site with one other person. I am not a web designer by any means. You know, we're using a whole graphical interface that's built by a third-party company, and I do what I can to get all the options up there. But there are so many things that are still not listed, and things that I just haven't gotten to, and so many products that I just don't know how to list. You know, so many combinations for. There's just not enough time in the day. So give me a call and say, hey, listen, I didn't see this as an option on your website. For example, we didn't even put the transforming D-pad conversion into a lot of our build-your-owns. I mean, a couple of them have it, but not all of them do. What a lot of people don't realize is if you purchase a transforming D-pad standalone, I believe they're $18.99 standalone, and you purchase a rapid-fire controller, and you put in the notes, hey, listen, I purchased the transformation D-pad, and instead of me getting the controller and mailing it back to you to get converted, just do it on the spot. We'll do it for you on the spot. I mean, we'll get done. Whoop, check that out. The controller went off on its own. We'll get it done for you on the spot, you know. So you don't have to always have to worry about everything being in the same part of the checkout. You could purchase multiple things. For example, bullet buttons. I'm going to reactivate the bullet buttons on the website. You'll be able to purchase them. I believe they'll be $12.99 each, $12.99 a set, $13.99 a set, somewhere around there. Anyway, you'll be able to put the bullet buttons in your cart, but I might not be able to get the bullet button option on the drop-down for all 100-something controllers that I have on the site. I just don't have a way to add them all at the same time. I have to edit each one manually, and that can take about an hour or so to do that many controllers. You know, so you could always purchase the bullet buttons for $12.99 and purchase the controller you want, and again, say in the checkout notes, you know, I purchased these bullet buttons for the controller that I'm buying, put it in there. Now, of course, you know, if you don't add that to the notes, I'm going to assume that you ordered the rapid fire controller and that you're ordering bullet buttons for maybe one of your other controllers at home. So please do kind of let us know in the checkout notes, or give us a call and say, hey, I just placed an order, and you know, I purchased this and this. Can you make sure that they go together? I've got no problem with that. It doesn't have to all be in the build your own drop-down menus for me to add it. I will do it for you, not a problem. So anyway, I've taken up about 37 minutes of your time, so I'm going to kind of end it here. I doubt many of you will get this far in the video, but if you do, thanks for watching, and I will have some more videos up for you guys soon. Thanks again. This is Kirk, Quick Draw Mods. Have a great day.